morning, everyone. We are back, and it is February 16th. It is Thursday, and we are playing catch-up again this week. On a better note, my daughter, Danya, is feeling much, much better today. First day back at school. Super happy for that. She does have a 4-day weekend coming up, so I've had a lot of days off this week, including when she wasn't feeling good. So, y'all, we've got a lot of videos getting ready to come out. I'm super excited. I found a website I will feature in a video shortly after this video for my home binder that I normally do on Wednesdays. Yes, a day late. It's Thursday. I'm starting to wonder if I'm becoming fashionably late. So, with that being said, my next video will be of how to start your budget, but I'm going to give you guys a very cool website that teaches someone who wants to start budgeting how to budget right off the bat with free printable worksheets with no email address needed, no subscription needed, no information needed. It takes you straight to the pages to print out. I'm super excited. I want to show that to you in my next video because there's a lot of people who can't afford printables right off the bat. But if you have a printer and you have a computer or your phone, you can use it that way, or you can even go to a library and print them off. Super cheap versus trying to purchase printables or even going and buying a planner. With that being said, we have our home binder here today. We are going to make a very small change, but a very drastic change at the same time. I'll talk about that here in a minute. Right now, let's get into what we have to spend in our binders this week. We have 20 and 40. This makes $40. Then let's go into our 10s. If I can pick them up. Y'all, I'm dealing with a lot of money today, so it makes me a little bit nervous. I'm making sure that I get everything correctly and put into this binder appropriately. So that was 40. This is 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I'm going to paper clip this one to make sure that I have the 10s separate. You don't really understand what it's like to deal with a lot of money when you can't see until you do, and then you get nervous about which piles things are in. So we have 95, 100, 5, 10, and 15. $115 to work with. I do have some additional money over here. We'll go over those additional monies here in a minute because I have decided to discontinue an envelope that I started, and I thought, you know what? That's a lot of money to spend in one category. And I've decided not to do it, so I pulled the money, and I will go ahead and place that into something today. So one of these envelopes, or maybe a couple envelopes, are going to get quite a big boost. So our first envelope we are working with is our 100 envelope challenge. I have just printed out the rest of my reprints from my paper binder that I spilt things on and ruined. No, it wasn't my laminated, it was my printable one. And so if you print on paper and then something spills on it, they have to be reprinted. So I will go ahead and I will make sure that I get my beautiful stickers from 307 Design Studios out and make sure I start working with those to track my 100 envelope challenge. Now, with that being said, the 100 envelope challenge, we're going to have to complete several times so that we can get a down payment for my first ever house. I'm hoping to have one by next year. We are already looking. We're not in the house buying market yet. We have not even been approved or even tried to get approved yet, and I don't want to do it right now. I'm still in the process of building my credit up quite a bit, and that takes time, as you all know. So what are we going to do with our 100 envelope challenge today? We are going to put in a $20 bill. We may come back to this and put in more, but for right now, we're sticking in a 20. Our next envelope is moving, and when we move, we want it to be a very smooth transition for us. Nothing chaotic. Y'all, I can move a house. I can pack my house in a day. I can move, and I would unpack my house. My entire house would get unpacked in one day with no stress. We are not a complete minimalistic family, but we are very minimalized. And I'm working my way through my kitchen right now, just a little bit more to get it more organized. But in the case, when we move, we want to be able to move a little bit more simply. So $10 is going into moving for the future. We will box all the things up ourselves, but I will have movers come and just put everything onto the truck. It'll be super simple. Usually when we use a moving service, we actually get pizza for the movers. I always have soda. It's just a great day. My Chihuahuas will be staying in daycare overnight so that they're not stressed out. We would pick them up the next day and then head off to our new home. So, oops, that one's not wanting to close properly. There we go. Get them in there. All right, so that is moving. Our next one is repairs, and that's something we need to start bulking up a little bit more. So we are going to take a 20 and put it into repairs. Anything that needs to be repaired in this house, I've talked to you guys about it before. I'm going to get 3 brand new bedroom doors, a hall closet door, a bathroom door, all brand new. If I replace one door, I'm replacing all of them. They have to look identical for when the next movers come into this house that will be renting this house. So we're putting that in today to start bulking that up because I would like to, in the next couple of months, start buying the doors from Lowe's. So after that one, our next one is new car. My husband does this once a month at the beginning of the month, so we don't need to do that. Insurance, he does the same thing once a month at the beginning of the month. Car maintenance, we are going to go ahead and skip for today. Kitchen. Okay, so let's talk about this one. I currently right now am not going to use my scratcher from Making Money Moves shop. The reason for that is I have money in here right now. I have $99, and after this you will not see the cleaner's envelope before or after. I decided to remove that, and here's why. I do want to hire cleaners to come in my house every 6 months. I've been talking about wanting to do that, and then I started thinking when I pulled up the price, it's going to cost an average of $250 to $280 to do all the deep cleaning that I need to have done. So we're not going to do that right now. What we're going to do is we pulled the money out of there. I had $150 in there, okay, y'all? $150. So we're going to take the $150 that I have and we're going to put it into kitchen. Now, that's going to give me a really good amount because I already have $99 in there. So adding this $150 to it is just going to be phenomenal. Now, I will come back off screen. I will pull some money out of here. And when I do, here's the $150 that I am adding in on top of the $115 that I just told you I had to spend. We are going to go ahead and add the $150 in here. Now, off screen, I'm going to take money out and reallocate the money because I need to pull everything out of here but $110. And here's why. I just bought a countertop dishwasher that came in yesterday. It is fantastic. The only problem I have is I was under the impression that it actually dries your dishes, and it does not dry your dishes. So I'm going to look at the manual again. I'm going to go over a few things again because it's got very high ratings, but even in the morning when I opened it up, the dishes were still wet on the plates. So with that being said, I did buy the countertop dishwasher. I used my Affirm account to do so. So I put $89 down and I had a $237, I believe, $37. I'll go back and check my sheet. Left to pay on that. So I am going to take that money out of the kitchen money. And when I'm said and done, I should have $110 still left in this envelope. I would like to pay that off so that is off my Affirm account, and then it will drop how much I owe in quote unquote debt. Now, I don't consider my Affirm account that much of a debt because it is constantly rotating for me. I'm constantly putting things on there. I pay them off over time. Sometimes I pay them off quicker, and I love using it. It has helped me to build my credit like no joke. Between my self-credit builder, which will be done on March 3rd, I'll make my last payment. I'm going to repeat the program. They said I could, which is fantastic. and using the Affirm account and using responsibly my credit cards, paying on them what I need to pay on them after I use them for certain things, and paying them off and not having a balance, y'all. Between all of that, I went from a credit score last year in April of 499 to this year right now. Y'all, we're not even in April, okay? We're not even a year in yet. And my credit score is 649 points. So massive, massive drastic intake. I will tell you my total at the end because I just put that extra 150 in there. And then I will get the scratcher out and I will start making sure I get up to the $110 for what I need to do. So we have that one. Our next envelope is no longer cleaners. Now we have our pantry stockpile. And with our pantry stockpile, we are really trying to build this one up as well. We are going to put in, let's see, 5, 10, 20, 30. We're going to do $50. 35, 40, 45, 50. So let's make sure we have this straight. Whoops, don't get my 10s and my 5s all mixed in. So I'm going to check over here on my CCTV first, just to make sure, and then I'll count with you guys. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. Whoops, that one's flipped backwards. Yep, there we go. And that should be a 5 for 50. The reason I'm checking on my CCTV first, y'all, is because I can't see it in real view. So, all right, y'all. So we have 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So we're putting $50 in the pantry stockpile. We were originally going to use this to restock our prepper pantry. I am taking you down there on Saturday. Yes, I'm filming on a weekend this time. And I am showing you all the things down there and where we lie. I also have a really amazing printable from That Awkward Mom that I printed out that is going to be a game changer. And I will share that with you when I show you our updated prepper pantry, our prepper pantry freezers, where we're at on eating our preps down 10.5 months into doing so. So we're sticking $50 in here today. We are not using this money at all. I'm gonna probably have to do a bill exchange off camera because this is getting fat, but we are not going to touch our prepper pantry stockpile money anymore. This is strictly going to be when we move. I would like to have several thousands of dollars. I would like to have closer to 5,000 to 8,000 in here. We shall see if I can even get that high. It's just a wish list for when we do move so that we can reset up our prepper pantry fully loaded. So that is for our preps. Our next one is our 1 month ahead. And let's talk about our 1 month ahead. We are actually working on our 2nd month ahead, y'all. It's like getting crazy on how well we're doing. So any leftover grocery money that I have at all during the month, this is why I played a game of trying to use our preps more than buy. Buy what we need and start using our preps more. So with that being said, we still have $165 for this month to use. So I am making the decision that we will not have a grocery haul until March 3rd from here on out. We have so much in our house. You'll see that this weekend when you see our inventory. So we're taking the 100, 150, 60, and 65. That is what we would have for next week's grocery haul that we would have left over, because I went over this last week, and so I pulled it from the last and final week of February, y'all. So I've already got all the way to the 21st of February. That was my 3rd week's grocery haul. We did it a little early in advance because of Danya's situation with her health condition and all the appointments we're running around to, all the ER rooms, all the visits, all the things. So I'm taking this 165 and I'm putting it into my 2nd month ahead. This is everything that we would need in case my husband and or I lost our income. We'd be able to take care of the children, the dogs, and all the things. The rent, the water, the electricity. I've got $1,000 every month that I am putting into this envelope. Not putting into this envelope on a consistent basis, but each month that I do a month ahead, I allot for $1,000 grocery shopping amount, and that will cover things such as food, groceries, household things of that nature. I also have in here our cell phones, internet, things of that nature. So this is more of a comfier month ahead situation. We are working in our second month, and I have been able to fund my very first month with nothing but leftover grocery money. And I'm continuing that process with month number 2. Our goal is to get 12 months fully funded 1 year emergency fund. Do not touch, leave it in the bank, let it grow interest until we absolutely need it. If we don't need it, then we're just gonna keep on going, y'all. We're just gonna keep going. So currently in here right now, I have 1,965. I'm putting in 165 today. It's gonna bring me up to a total of 2,120. And I need a total of 3,300. I even have overage in here for a buffer. I have overage in here for my rent in case our rent was to ever increase, things of that nature. We have trash in here. We no longer have cable, but y'all, we did add some more streaming apps. I'll get into that later on next week on what we're doing with that. So the 165 is going in here today. And we need 3,330. No, 3,300, sorry, to make sure that this month is cleared for month number 2. And then we'll start in month number 3 and continue. So I will need $1,180 in here worth of leftover grocery money before we move on to month number 3. Again, we're not using this as a month by month get ahead. We are using this for our 12-month fully funded in advance binder. So we have that. Our last one, we don't put any money into this until the first of every month, the first week. We will put in 150. We've already put that in for this month, so this is rolling great. We're working on our third $1,000. We've got $2K already in the bank, so we're working on the third 1,000, I should say. I might have misspoke on that. I apologize. So we have this as well. So what do we have left over that we can spend anywhere in my envelope? Let's see. We have a 5 and we have a 10. So we have $15 that I still can put anywhere I want in this envelope. And you know what, y'all? Let's put it in our 100 envelope challenge. Now, because I'm so far in advance with my 100 envelope challenge right now compared to what my sheet will say, and the stickers that I just bought from 307 Design Studio, I am going to try to figure out how much I have currently that I can put on stickers and try to work my way around, because now I'm using a different tracker. When you stop a tracker and use a different tracker, sometimes it can mess you up. But I am going to see what I can do with the stickers to make sure that I am on track. I may not use any stickers in here right now. I may empty this out because it's already in my Capital One 360. Y'all, I use prop money in home here because I don't want to have to run to the bank, pull out money, turn around, go to the bank, put money back in, get any kind of questions from the bank. I literally do transfers online. That saves me time. That saves me Uber trips, because from my house to the bank and back home, a round trip of 5 miles can cost me about $30. Yes, it's about $15 each way. It is crucial that I don't use extra money that I don't need to and unnecessary Uber trips, because Uber is super duper expensive. So with that being said, all the prop money's here. All the money is in the accounts. So I may go ahead and take all this out and restart with the 100 envelope challenge, already having this amount set aside and keeping a running total track. But when I'm using the stickers, I want to make sure that I'm putting them in the days in which I put the money into this envelope and making that transfer online. So I'll get more into that when I show you my updated and redone binder, because I thought January, I thought, okay, I have it all together. No, I didn't. I wasn't being consistent. I wasn't happy with the setup that I thought I had. And then I'm rearranging it, because the more simplified I get, the better my life becomes. My entire overall goal in life now is to keep everything simple and successful. And by doing that, that means starting to cut back on all my budgeting pages and simplifying everything. So, y'all, that is what we have for you today. I'll go over the totals real quick with y'all. And then I've got more videos getting ready to come at you. I also have my video going out for my savings challenges tomorrow as well. I will be doing the updated prepper pantry. I will be showing you all the things with the free printables. If you are a new budgeter and you're overwhelmed, I've got an amazing website to show you with the printables you can get for free and all the things. And then when I do my prepper pantry update, I will also give you another worksheet from The Awkward Mom here on YouTube. she came across with something that I just thought was fantastic for meal prepping and planning. So I had $115 to start out with. I added the $150 from the cleaners. We took that envelope out. I don't need that anymore. We're just going to do our best to clean this house the best way. And I'm setting up right now a cleaning routine that is going to help us deep clean the house every single week in monetary small values of buying what I need to buy for the cleaners and keeping those in stock a lot more than I have been, because there's some cleaners that I don't use that the house cleaners probably will use. So we're going to buy a couple of small things. And then with that, we're just going to week by week do an extra 1 or 2 things, like doing the windows or doing something like the ceiling fans once a week or whatever. But I'm putting a cleaning schedule into place now. So with that 150, we move that over into our kitchen updates and things that I need to buy for the kitchen. I will be pulling out the $237 out of that kitchen. That will leave me $110. I will take that $237 and pay off for our countertop dishwasher. I will do a review on that. And then we added the $165 from our leftover groceries for week number 4 in February. We will not buy groceries again until right around March 3rd or so when I get paid again. So there is no more grocery hauls. We're going to pull from what we have. We'll show you the inventory. That gave me a total today of stuffing $430. So that's what we have for you today. Questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, leave them down in the comment section down below. We will catch you in the next video. Until then, Without Limits is out.